I am so excited for today's recipe because it is gluten-free and it is also protein-packed, and this protein is going to keep you full for longer. It is going to be great after your workout or even if you are just trying to lose weight. And we are making chickpea flour pancakes. Now, if you have been following me for a while, you know that I love my protein pancakes. I have made them different ways with Greek yogurt, with cottage cheese, with protein powder, but all of those recipes have one ingredient in common, and that is gluten, which is not good for some people. So I wanted to find an alternative. I did a little research and came across chickpea flour. Now I have used chickpea flour before, but only for savory recipes. So I was kind of nervous how it was going to turn out in a sweet recipe like pancakes. But you guys, they turned out amazing. They were fluffy, they were moist, they were perfect. And I will never make protein pancakes any other way again. If you have never had chickpea flour before, it has a very distinct flavor. It kind of reminds me of a stronger, more intense eggnog where Grandma added just a little too much nutmeg. Not that I dislike that flavor. I do like it, but it is definitely unique. So if you haven't tried it, that might throw you off a little bit. And also, it has a really grainy texture to it. So you have to make sure that you blend it well so there are no chunks. Otherwise, it's going to feel gritty and weird in your mouth. So let's get started. In a blender, combine 1 cup of chickpea flour, 1.2 cup of milk. You can use any type of milk that you want. I use whole milk because that's what I had on hand, but feel free to use skim milk, almond milk, soy milk. Then add 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. Now I used real maple syrup, but you can use the fake stuff if you want. And then add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Blend this until it is smooth, and if it is too thick, add a little bit more milk, maybe another tablespoon or 2, and blend it again. You want it to be about the consistency of regular pancake batter. While that is blending, let's go ahead and get our pan nice and hot. Add a little bit of coconut oil, and once that is melted, we are going to pour 1.4 cup of batter onto the hot griddle. And if you don't have a griddle, that's totally fine. You can use a frying pan. Now I do like the griddle because I can cook more than 1 pancake at a time. Now it is important that you do not overbeat your eggs. If you remember from my basic pancake video, we want to beat them just until they are combined. That's the same thing here. So don't overmix this batter. Once it is smooth, that is good enough. So I accidentally put too much batter on the pan, and these things are supposed to be small. So I'm going to roll some of this out so I can show you guys better. Once you have even-sized pancakes, let's go ahead and cook them. Cook for 2 minutes on each side or until they are golden brown. You can flip them when they start to look like this. When the tops start to look dry and you can see all of the bubbles bursting on the top. While our pancakes are cooking, let's make our topping. We are going to start by combining 1/2 cup of powdered sugar and 1/4 teaspoon of salt in a bowl. This is going to be the base of our glaze. And then slowly whisk in 1/4 cup of lemon juice. You want this to be nice and smooth. Taste it and see if you need more powdered sugar or more lemon juice. I needed a little bit more lemon juice, so I added that in, and then I added just a little bit more powdered sugar. Once our pancakes are done cooking, let's go ahead and plate them and then pour or drizzle the glaze on top. These pancakes are great on their own, but I wanted to take mine up a notch, so I added some fresh berries and a dollop of Greek yogurt. Dollop, dollop. There we go. And then I added a sprinkle of chopped walnuts. If you are looking for a fun weekend breakfast or brunch recipe, look no further. These chickpea pancakes are amazing. They are light yet filling. They are fluffy and delicious. And I promise you, you will not miss the gluten one bit. As you know, I love protein pancakes and I've made several videos on protein pancakes, but this recipe is going to be a staple from now on. I am also going to start meal prepping these so I can have them for a quick breakfast during the week. All I have to do is pop one in the microwave and I am good to go. The reason I like these so much is because of the protein. It keeps me full for longer, which means I am less likely to snack in the morning or have a big lunch. And we all know that a lot of times our hunger in the afternoon comes from the fact that we didn't eat enough protein in the morning. So if you are trying to lose weight or you are trying to build muscle, you need to make sure you are eating enough protein, and you are getting that protein early in the day so it can start working for you right away. Another reason I love these pancakes is because they are gluten-free. As I said earlier, chickpea flour has a very distinct taste and texture, but it really does work well in this recipe. Also, if you or someone you know has celiac disease or gluten intolerance, this recipe is for you. There are so many people who avoid eating pancakes because they can't eat gluten. Well, you guys, that is no longer a problem. They can enjoy a delicious, fluffy pancake, even if they can't eat gluten. Now, if you do eat gluten, I would recommend using half chickpea flour and half all-purpose flour. That way, it adds a little extra protein, but it won't be quite as dense. My husband tried these and he thought they were good, but he said they weren't as good as my normal protein pancakes. And that is because he loves the fluffiness of normal pancakes. He said these were a little denser, a little heavier, but he liked them. He said they weren't bad at all. So keep that in mind. If you want them to be lighter and fluffier, try using half and half. All right, let's talk about the topping, because I love the topping. It is so simple, so easy, but it takes the pancakes to a whole new level. The lemon juice and the powdered sugar are whisked together with a little bit of salt. That salt really brings out the flavors. It makes it taste amazing, and then you can drizzle that on top your pancakes. It is so good. I promise you, you have to try it. But if you don't have lemon juice, you can use pure maple syrup, or you can use agave nectar. But if you are watching your sugar intake, I wouldn't recommend the agave nectar because it is 50% more concentrated than regular table sugar. So if you are trying to watch your sugar or your carb intake, I would stick with the lemon juice. All right, so what do you think? Are you going to try these chickpea pancakes? I hope so. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like and don't forget to follow. I will see you next time.